Yo. Been a while, but I'm back. Been some time. But hope y'all been doing well. Yo. Is that Juan? Literally just got back. I was grabbing water. How's it going? Doing good. Been a busy past couple days. Went to except yesterday. Yesterday I went to a Demon Slayer concert because Arm invited me. He's like, "Oh, let's go," and I'm like, "Okay, sure." Because he already had he wanted us all to go together, so he got tickets for us and everything. It was nice. It was just soundtracks from the first season. But other than that, it's been a little busy for me. Had a lot of stuff to do. But we are back with Ace Attorney. I think this should be the last trial that I'm for the game, I'm pretty sure, to my knowledge. So for this, I have created the ultimate life form. We've had before that though, I want to ask how you guys are doing as well. But I should be less busy, probably. It was just a lot of stuff I needed to deal with. My personal life, nothing too serious, but busy enough for me to take a break, take a step back. All right, so I think I didn't mention this on stream, but I would use that little image on the bottom corner whenever I had the camera off. But I've truly evolved because I'm going to be using 1000% of my brain. So what I've cooked up is the final form. Literally, not a single person has lived to tell the tale after seeing this form. So let me all right, let me see this. Hold on. There we go. Are you ready? Now I'm locked in. The beast is out of its cage. We are locked in. We are ready to expose these frauds. The time has come. Yo, is that Gento? VTuber. No. Did you draw that? I did. I pulled up the Doro, drew it myself, but obviously added myself into it. So now this is the final form. This is my peak. When you see this, this means death and destruction. Why are you laughing? What is so humorous about this? You should be afraid. Because I know these people are about to be afraid. Anyways, let me hop into this file. I'm about to end their whole career. Would you like a treat? What do you mean by that? How did I get into this mess? This looks familiar. I'm like, did I did I reset the game by accident? For a second there. Ooh, cookie. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. I'm just a simple defense attorney. Yeah, it's literally just the beginning of the game. You are no longer worthy of your title. I've had this dream before, someplace some time ago. Yeah, when that guy smacked my head and I got amnesia. As if this day was written. Oh, I missed it. I was looking at the other screen. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. Dun dun dun. Final boss. This is the what I would assume is the final trial for this game, I think, or at least this is the last episode of like the game, because like this game is split into episodes, like quite literally, because like there's sections, each section of the game. The first episode with like the whole my head getting bonked and everything, you know, and the last one is episode 4, which is the one we're on right now, and this is the second trial of, because it's like that first trial and then the second part to like completely seal the whole court thingy majiggy. So yeah, unless there's a secret episode 5 like the last game. Oh, I didn't. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? So you notice how he says not guilty instead of proving him innocent, because he knows he's not innocent. Well, he said he's not guilty, but you know, he still says the word guilty, which he is. This ugly heathen. Look at him, it's fake. What is he even holding? Piss? Ha ha ha. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict too. Grr. I can't take Maya seriously when she looks at me all like with a smug face. Now listen up, you better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag on not guilty, I'll never forgive you ever. Maya. Phoenix? Phoenix! It's Mia! Off to a great start. Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. And then the Steel Samurai music plays. Ah, started cursed on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Oh, it's Gumshoe. Ah, Gumshoe. I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can to find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. I mean... you know what? I guess that is... one thing money can't technically buy. Or unless, you know... Well, never mind. It's the strongest weapon in the world and you have it in abundance. Yeah! The power of friendship. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. Okay, so we gotta like follow Toei's example during the Dressrosa arc and drag it out as long as possible. Bonk. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Engarde. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while. Look at this guy. Just say you're ready, dude. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Engarde, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? Looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain... calling card? Persona 5 reference? Let me stop. A certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Corrida, it was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Engarde. Ooh, what a surprising turn of events. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya is safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Bonk. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. A poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, that's... I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. But I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Engarde's room. Okay, sure. Visit to Matt's room. Matty? There was a lot of Pac-Man and Miku merch. After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nicholas Samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. Except the fact that the bellboy was, you know, the killer. If one assumes that the person Mr. Enguarde was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Oh, he's gonna say it. Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? I smell your perfume. But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? I suppose so. After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's. Might as well just press everything, right? The defendant's room? Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother, sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright, what is it? You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor, underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time? Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room and then... Hey, wait a minute. How did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Are you sure that was Matt Enguarde? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the Nicholas Samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? Talking to someone? At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform, and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. Dude must be Canadian with the way he'd be apologizing all the damn time. Guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. Which is fine because we're trying to stall time, if we remember. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? Well, that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. No, it is weird because Matt doesn't seem like the type of person who would give a tip to anybody. You know, he's kind of a... what's the word? A dummy. Had guests with me, okay. So, who are these guests you were talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Uh-huh. Let's see. Talking with someone. And then a guest with me. Oop. Like, well, let me go over this again. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, this... I don't think this is relevant at all. Wait a second, actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated, you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Oh. Look, I was like, what am I missing? I guess I just had to press it again. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? This bellboy. He wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Ah, here we go. Matt. So now I press this new statement. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. Bellboy's face or the tip? Oh wait, no, actually, let me save. Let's start with the face. What's so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps. I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Ah! He was there, at Enguarde's house. He was that butler. What is it, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. So that means Enguarde was talking to the killer, then. If that fact were to be exposed, Enguarde would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief. You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? What did you just say, Your Honor? Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing. We're just going around and around circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony. Who done it? Okay, so let's go back to this and do the other option. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure, but giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Dang. Can I get a roll of cash? Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? Very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. That's like the whole thing. Yo, is that Trip? What's up? How's it going? The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raise an objection, wait and see. I feel like I shouldn't raise an objection. That might, we're trying to stall here, so let's wait and see. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? Bonk. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? Hello, motherfuckers. I have here I almost said the shard. The card Shelly the Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelly the Killer? He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelly the Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Uh-oh. Bonk. Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away. Second time. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Ouch. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... Oh, just gonna leave that there. Thank you very much, that is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done, there's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Ha 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. Damn. My fault, G. Alrighty. Let's press everything. And what time was it? Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that. And then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8-10 p.m. by that time? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. Congrats to Matt. That's when the bellboy, Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of? The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, all right. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Huh. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next? Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? Well, he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or... Yo, what's up, Jinx? America. Hello. How's it going? I didn't slide or try to pull a fast one, excuse me. Let's try to pull a fast one. Maybe, no, I'll save. You never know if it'll happen. Let's try to pull a fast one. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're just doing the last trial for the current episode that that we're in for this game. Okay, that was kind of strange for Bo to come out of the guest room empty-handed. Please don't be quick, so quick to judge. But it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief. Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. No, that's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know? Yes, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Powers case? Oh no, this one is the Matt on guard case with like the assassin. We just have Powers just being the witness. And that's kind of strange. Come at the room empty-handed. My bad, caps lock was on. No worries. How's your day so far? It was alright. I was finishing some assignments. I'm just chilling for the most part. I started watching Vanidus, the case study of Vanidus. I know you know that one. I'm almost done with the season. I think I've just finished the 10th episode. So I'm like 2 episodes from finishing. But yeah, I'm just like watching some like these like shows that I meant to watch. I haven't like watched when I should have. It was in the list, you know, it was in like my bucket list of anime that I wanted to watch. So I finally got to that and I'm almost done. How do you like it so far? It's pretty fun. I like it. It's very. I can see all the people, all the BL fans would be losing it. Put it that way. But it's pretty fun. I like it. Okay. Come out of the room empty-handed. Okay, what? Okay, let's look at our evidence here. Fingerprints. You know, the image that we saw when they mentioned before, the bellboy, quote unquote, was holding a tray of the tomato juice. Alright, you know what? I'm going to make it's not really a wild guess, it's more of just me attempting at being smart here and saying he came out empty-handed because he gave them the tomato juice and left, therefore he doesn't need to have something in his hand. I love it a lot, not including for the low-key yaoi-ass moments, even if they low-key smack. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like oh god, I forgot her name. The white-haired vampire. I forget. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on her name already. She was the one that was with the little one. She had like that giant arm. Oh god, wait. I forgot her name already. That's kind of crazy. Like, it literally just escaped my mind. I had it. John. That's what it was. It's a quick Google. I just looked up Vanitas female characters. It was like the top one. Yeah, John. She is very cute. Mr. Powers! Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But, isn't he really suspicious? Vanitas is just like me, for real, for real. He's pretty interesting. I thought he was like... Or at least before I started the show, my impression was that Vanitas was the vampire, but he's like not a vampire. That was interesting. But he's pretty cool. He's got all those stitches and bro, not everyone has stitches, but so a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? It's kind of weird. I love the oddballs, man. It's fun. They're all fun characters. Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. Look at this photograph. This is the crime scene. Also, oh my god, I just noticed your avatar for this stream. I gotta draw that. Yes. I referenced off of the Doro meme, drew it, but obviously instead of the whole signature Doro face, I've drawn that, so yes, this is my final form. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corrida's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corrida's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. Ah, but that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left the dead body in the room. Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say empty-hand, Ed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? He's gay, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'd like to plead whoopsie-daisy. That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, slipped my mind. Your Honor, you said no cap. Your Honor, you weren't even there. Case closed. Ah, boy does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. Lax? That's like a Pokemon nature. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So? Football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? Gulp. For that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Ugh. Your Honor, he swore that that wasn't his Discord kitten. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please, tell us more. Okay. Okay. Their second meeting. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room, and the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room? Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, boy. Hold it! Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor or underpaid action star. Even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye, in a sort of sneaky spy-like. I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. I said, hold it! Okay. That's better. Ahem. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. Should probably ask him only one question at a time. Oh, okay. Let me just save. Let's start with the person inside. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. In the words of Lythero. Your Honor, I swear on the Wendy's dollar menu that I didn't do it. Only an arm? And you're saying you didn't see the person's face? Yeah. Well, it was Mr. Enguarde's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. Enguarde himself, I'd say. And then, what did the bellboy do after that? Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing... The little guy just left. Okay, let me go back here. Let's go back here. He gave something to this person. Yeah. And what was this something? Ha ha ha. If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all of this really that important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please, try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was... No. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. A statue? Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know. Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm going to have to come up with whatever this statue thing is and show it to him. You're going to have to trust your instincts on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that? Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. Enguarde's room? He opened the door to the viola hall. Went in there and who knows after that, right? I do. That I can see it. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time? Oh, yeah, I saw that one thing. What? You saw something else? It was this jittery alien with a ray gun. I was watching Juan's door like some sort of stalker. I think we can forget about the alien. Well, Mr. Powers' testimony just now was just as vague as his first. It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. Although that just makes it harder on us, doesn't it? Ugh. Talk about a lose-lose situation. Okay. Person inside the room. So I guess I should just press on like these statements again. Set hold it. Jig, okay. We've already asked this. Saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. Oh. Does it mean the... do I even have evidence of it? This, maybe? Figurine? Statue. Let's save just in case I get it wrong. Is it this pair? I mean... Up. What was the point of that what? Pregnant pause? I'm sorry, what? What was the point of that pregnant pause? Pregnant pause? I'm sorry, is there like another definition for pregnant that I'm not... Full of meaning, significant, or suggestive. Ah, I see. Okay, I didn't know pregnant had a second meaning. Oh, the more you know. I was like, what the frick does that mean? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. Uh, it was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw... Was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall I found this at Matt Engarde's mansion. At the defendant's house? Uh-oh. Bonk. What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shirley the killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. Engarde's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Engarde is the killer's client. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Order cubed. I said order! From the Wendy's dollar menu? Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. Oh, I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it is clear that there's no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh. Well, we can't... Oh, I see my life bar glowing red. This means that I have to pick an answer, and if I get it wrong, I'm going to get hurt. So let's save. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? Testimony... Person who received the bear... The bear itself. Let's question the bear itself. I mean, what's the importance of taking this figure, right? I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright? This was found at Mr. Engarde's mansion. However, Mr. Engarde was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Engarde who took this bear to his mansion. Okay, talk to him. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way time-wise for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Ooh, disaster avert. Oh. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Engarde's mansion. You have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time, he was the killer. The killer and Engarde were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Engarde mansion as its butler. What a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to Engarde mansion by the killer himself. Oh, shoot. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Engarde had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Is there anything I can attack at all? I have to try. I have to find something else. What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to... I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Power's testimony. What? There's still another one? There is indeed, Your Honor. And it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to... Oh. Person received in the testimony. I mean... The testimony sounded kind of fine, I guess. Let's just go with the second one. There was one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the... Oh, that's true. We don't... Technically, we don't know what it was. Right? As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of... Ah! What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it. You've got to be kidding. Are you sure that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Okay, so we still don't know who it really was. Order squared. Looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt on guard is the Nickel Samurai. Technically Adrian Andrews also had the armor on. Just saying. Thanks to the defense, we've made it all the clear. Bonk. I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client, who hired the assassin to commit the murder, was Matt on guard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you cannot win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Hear the verdict? Hell no, raise an objection. As I sip my water. There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now, we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at on guard mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I am saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. Oh, are we gonna pin this on Adrian? The real client? Yes. Tisk tisk. Is this all you have? Now then, ooh, 3 bars. Let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer? It was Pearl. Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that you tried to frame Matt on guard for the crime by wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume. Ah, then the Nickel Samurai's arm that I saw. That could have very well been Miss Andrews. Excuse me. But what about Mr. Engard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony, the defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Engard's mansion? It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell Engard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt on someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty. It's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Bonk. Order! ×3. All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to Engard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Uh-oh. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. Bonk. March 23, 1154. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. Ah, I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick. Pearls? Where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. A really strong power? Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Ew, that's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time. We just had one. Even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? Oh, speaking of hope, I completely forgot to... I don't know if I mentioned it a while back or not. It took me some time to realize that in Danganronpa 3, Kibo's name literally just means hope in Japanese. Like Kibo, and I'm like, oh. I don't remember if I mentioned that at the time when I was still playing it, but yeah, I was just like, oh, right, I'm like, of course it is. Anyways, that was leaving that tangent. A tent! Huh? A tent? I can see a circus tent. Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you. Who else would it have been, huh? Michael Jackson? She's locked in a dusty little room right now. I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal. A very big circus. Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map. About 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry. And? I could see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay. What else? What else, Mia? Sorry, but there's a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. It's just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I feel like we need more luck, but yeah. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. It looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Okay. Getting close to rescuing Maya. Honk. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obviously question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution called the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Officer Zero Suit Samus. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain. Or is it ascertain, right? Is it pronounced? Who exactly is guilty of murder? I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it before? That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court of this bear to this bear's secrets? All right. Why? Why does she? Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes. Looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Alright. Let's press everything. Puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So you can take it apart? And how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Oh, this is most interesting. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Just playing with it. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? Small cavity. And how do you know about this? I know, because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this was a present from you? That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Before its complexity... So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country. But this looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get what's inside. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? Or jewelry. I never told anyone, and as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Enguarde didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Oh. Cool. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we're going to find out next. Witness? Yes? You're the only one who can open this. Please. Oh. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess at what that is. Do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. The suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Inpax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Ooh. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. I'm not gonna lie, that sound alert kind of jump scared me a little bit. It seems Celeste Inpax had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Order! Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace, so now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it, and I was going to burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Inpax left to us a record of all that had happened to her, about being used and then thrown away by Enguarde, about being engaged to Corrida and Enguarde's role in destroying that, and about how she decided in her despair to end it all. And that's all Miss Impax had to say. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Engarde. Then, what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. Matt Engarde values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Oh, snap. It's Engarde's fault that woman killed herself. And this time, he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. Terrible, what a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too. There is no room for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. The only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. Bonk. It seems we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. Ugh. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know, I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry! Suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? Oh, shoot. The... Alright, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. Off the hook? I think Your Honor believes that Matt Engarde killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. But it seems a little strange. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Kurita until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt Engarde could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Or maybe that's exactly why he did. But we're here to stall. Order, order, order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well in this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Matt Engarde and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And? The victim, Juan Kurita, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Engarde. That is true, shoot. Order, order. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You. Don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. You see, you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. Uh-oh. But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Matt Engarde's fingerprints were on there? Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Engarde learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy? Shush, stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so... Ew, nasty. Phoenix? Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? Well, it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Oh, you're so back now. What I miss? No, nothing much, just trying to stall for as long as I can. Well, what is it, Mia? There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate? I'd really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had a chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. 8, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about, sorry. Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? I mean, kind of have to. I have an objection, Your Honor. Huh. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Objection! Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You are beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. You like men. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me that I forgot something? Oh, shoot. You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't like that sentence. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of... Oh my god, I almost selected that. I was mashing... Oh wait, no, I had to press X. Whew. I would have presented the badge like an idiot. Something you should really examine about this piece of evidence. What the hell? You forgot one important thing, that I am an ace attorney. Justice for all. Shit. Well, I don't know. Okay, let's do a process of elimination. A piece of evidence that he should examine. Can't be this, this, or this, or this. Or this, or this, or this. Actually, this whole first, like, row, I would say irrelevant. Irrelevant. Okay, so like the half of this is not important, or most of it. Either the spy camera Transmitter. The picture. And this, maybe it's suicide note too. No, this is going to, no, we can't use this to, because this is going to incriminate, this is going to be bad for our on guard. Is it the photo? I'm leaning towards the photo, the suicide note, maybe the camera. I don't know. Here's the footage taken by the spy camera. Maybe no, maybe not the camera, but the transmitter. How many health do I have? 3, 6, 9, 10. Right? Okay. Let's try. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, I do believe some special examination is needed, but I think the item that should be examined is the defense's gray matter. Whoops. Okay, it's not that. Ow. Yes, Your Honor. If you're really going to speak, at least use your brain to make up something intelligible. So tell me I forgot something. Okay, maybe I forgot to save. I'll use this time to save. Alright. Now that that's been solved, it's gotta be either one or the other. Photo or the suicide note. I think... Okay, wait, no, the photo wasn't it wasn't evidence that... Alright, it was the... Of course. Of the 3 things that I've marked it down to, of course I picked the 2 wrong ones. Unless this is also wrong. Okay, the music stopped. That means I got it right. Oh, freaking course, man. Why wouldn't it? Alright. That is Mr. Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear, but this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago, which means the handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed. Oh. When in doubt, the music stops, then you cooked. Yup. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, that is yet to be even remotely confirmed. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be... Mr. Wright, you... Are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Enguarde. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt Enguarde. I did no such thing. Yo, what's up, Woo? How's it going? Right, if you're going to pronounce the suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Ooh. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note? It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible. This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. Going great. Good to hear. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis might butt. That's just a lawyer trying to buy more time. Guard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Guilty? Like, did someone say guilty? Guilty Gear? Just got back home from watching Transformers 1. Oh, how was that? I heard it was good. What is that sound? It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe? It's very good. Hey, good to hear. I'll probably watch that movie too. I don't know when, but I want to watch it as well. What's with him and what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? 10 times better than Rise of the Beast and The Last Night? Well, I would hope so. Those two movies are like probably, especially The Last Night was a low bar. He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal, I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal, but the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Guilty Gear mentioned. I'm just imagining that one picture of Soul Bad Guy. Does someone say guilty? Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Pause. Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Bonk. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I am about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after... Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! It's funny and very good at the same time. Alright, I guess I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy us some more time. Court is in session. Oh, damn. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... Bonk. I am reluctant to do this, however. It appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Oh, shoot. That is not good at all. Oh. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. Can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. We have time. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. Bonk. 2:04 p.m. Right. Well, what's going on with my situation? the killer. Looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Ugh. Report. Ah, is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Alright. It looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence? Ho ho ho. I thought you'd ask, pal. Huh? I got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. Those guys weren't looking. I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. Hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk of junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in what... In one piece? I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Okay, maybe not say that out loud in a phone call to... Oh, whatever, he's already... Anyways, items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. The hell was that? One Piece mentioned. Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. No one can stop me. What happened? Sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his phone cell broke as well. What was he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help. But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we can stand a chance. Why, oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way we can find out exactly where he is at this moment? There is no way. There is no way. Well, I mean, there has to be a way, right? That's right, there is a way. Oh, wait. I just, like, my brain, I literally just put the pieces together. I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe's through this. She knows where he is because of the tracker thing, right? Did she slap it? What happened to... I guess her? Why are you bringing up Franziska at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Oh, I'm so smart. Franziska. Will she even want to help us? Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, Bailiff? There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Okay, yaoi moment. BL. Alright, save progress. Whew. Gonna take a water break. Oy. Lots of reading. Okay, man. Oh, looking pretty dicey. Yes, this is the middle section. Now we are up to part 4-2 trial. I think, I don't know if there's a 4-3. Usually there isn't. So this might be like the final. So yeah, let's get to it. We're doing it all today. 235. Sonic Symphony was yesterday. Oh yeah, how was it? I'm assuming it's the same one as the one that I went to, right? Was it fun? Did you guys listen to Sonic music tracks and then, you know, the band pulled up? Still badass as fuck. For real. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides already. It was good. Jun was there. Jun Kazama. That's cool. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, they're both like a little nervous. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is... It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? Looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. They had the tracks from Frontiers. Oh, that's cool. Was Crush 40 there? Yes, Your Honor. Fortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. What? Dun dun dun, I thought this was the real deal. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? Bro is experiencing unnecessary feelings. See? Ooh. Yeah, for us, when we went to the Sonic Symphony, there's a lot of music tracks from different games. And then Crush 40 pulled up and I lost my voice. This note was not written by Miss Impacts herself. It is a fake. Plot twist. They played a lot of Sonic Frontiers music. They did. I'm not too familiar with Frontiers, so there was some couple music from it that I wasn't familiar with. But pretty much everything else, I was like, hey, you know, whatever. I only know like 1 or 2 songs from Frontiers. Concert started at 8 and it ended like at 10:30. I think that was the same for us as well. It ended around that time. Or was it? Honestly, I legit forgot when we even started watching or when we started the concert. I can't read, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impacts, then who wrote it? We went for the, oh, the 3, oh, it was 3, yeah, it was 3 p.m. and then it went on for like 5-ish, 5:30-ish, almost 6 o'clock, I think. But it went on for like a little bit longer than the schedule intended, from what like one of the employees told us. Yeah, so pretty much the same. It was like a 2.5 hours. It was very fun though. We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis, however. It appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida? Well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left the suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so that fact remains unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that On Guard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Nah, because he had a spy camera, there's no way. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proved up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Engarde to not have known it was a fake. From the spy camera. What is this little item called again? A video camera? Your Honor? Oh, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, the camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. You can tell this game is old when they have stuff like this, where cameras are considered fancy toys nowadays. Nowadays, the fancy toys be like, I don't know, one of those like no-handed scooter thingies. The like, it's like the one that you step on and goes on its own. I forgot what it was called. Those, and like, what's like a trending tech these days? I don't freaking know. I'm the old man. Hoverboards? Kind of. Like they're like hoverboards, but like I've seen some people, like one of my friends has it to like, has like something similar to like a hoverboard where, no, wait, no, never mind. It's like a one wheel though. It's not like, it's like a, I don't know, I forgot what it's called. But my friend would use it to like traverse around and stuff. It's just like this single wheel, like it's like built like the wheel enemy in Kirby, you know? Those things. Stuff like that. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Engarde knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. Engarde would have known that the victim had forged the note. Ugh. So then the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. If that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Engarde's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Engarde monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Engarde didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Crazy to think about how the coolest thing to have back in like 2016ish was fidget spinners. The ultimate ADHD toy. Okay, talk to him. Mr. Edgeworth, looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. Ugh, as I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. Well, I heard the results of the handwriting analysis. I thought this might happen. Edge got cooked for all he's worth. Hold up, his writing is this fire? The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Engarde's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Oh no, is it what I think it is? Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it that freaking fake doctor dude? I hope it's not. This witness is the one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelly the killer to commit murder? It's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such... Okay, no, it's not him. Okay, it's not him. Okay, thank God. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? It's... Yes, go on. Who is it? Oh, wait, is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelly the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer. Oh, wait. Shelly the Killer? Oh, hell you mean, bro? You mean the killer? Or, I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here? To the witness stand? Well, Yes, in a matter of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? Can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth. Is there no other way to left to us? My voice is starting to get fucked up. Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. What the hell? Very good, sir. My name is Shelly the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say, what is going on here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Boop beep. At least his theme smacks. True. It gives me like DS Pokemon vibes. Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelly the Killer. Insert Mr. Krabs talk this radio joke. Uh-huh. Some proof. And then Shelly the Killer is like, on my mama, I'm Shelly the Killer. It's like, he said on his mama, like, you gotta believe him. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya! Maya! A voice? Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly the Killer. Looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. On the Wendy's dollar menu, I am Killer, Your Honor. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness, there is one thing I would like to confirm before you speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Goop. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream. Shelly the Killer. What is he going to say? There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? Maybe killers, but we have standards? Uh-huh. Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Okay. There's something I must first state. You can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your client's... I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Go on. Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. Not because you don't know about my situation. Uh-huh. The trust between you and your client? I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner? This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough. Please, no more. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. Ah, that egomaniacal... It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. I don't know, he may be the killer, but he has the point, you know? He has a point. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. Should I try pressing again? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not this one. Sorry. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, but I was just wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. Assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek. You've made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. Hey, just because he kills for money, don't mean he don't got other morals. True. Strange to me, I mean, you're about to tell... Yep. Here we go. What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness, what is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. What? Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? Oh, that's a surprise. This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Matt Ungard, perhaps? I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. You, Shelly the Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Ungard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Acquittal? Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. Interesting. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility that the defendant himself knew it was a fake. Most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client, who requested the murder, was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt Ungard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, Ungard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And Ungard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would have solved the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelly the Killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now. It was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client. No, that's not true. This is more timer stalling than a Pokemon battle, for reals. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button, donning the Nickel Samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reason to want them both dead. No. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me. Uh-oh. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Request the verdict. Request the trial. Oh. Okay. Well, I know he low-key wants to request a verdict. But let's remember, Maya said we have to prove he is guilty, no matter what. We will have to sacrifice her to do the right thing. But I low-key don't want to. I'm pretty sure the game wants me to do this. I mean, well, let's just see. Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept I'm not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt on guard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. It is because of Mr. Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. Oh, his trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Maybe even love Edgeworth? Yes, you do. Oh, she answered it. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But, that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. I diagnosed you with gay, Phoenix. My verdict, homosexual. There's still more evidence to look at. I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer. Right away, Your Honor. Has the verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need from me? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is, how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done? What shall we have him testify about now? Mr. the Killer. If you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? He has a point. Jury duty sucks. As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. Yeah, where's the lie? I see no lies. My client did it to frame another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. I see. This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, 5th time now. However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, The defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes two of us. Alright. What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, I might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes? How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. Ah, no, I'm not thinking of hiring... Mr. Wright. Yes? You want to kill me. You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think something that... Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty. Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They're your client, are they not? That's funny. He thinks that he was trying to hire him to kill the judge. Okay, wait. So I have to be careful with how I press his statements, I guess? Let's just save just in case. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Ah, yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. It goes without saying, Mr. the Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. Remember, Your Honor, Delulu isn't always the Salulu. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. Try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight. That is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No, I already told you. I have no intention of using your services. Ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carlos was dead. I don't know about that. From the very beginning? That's correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. More pollen. Okay, I think I know what to counter. What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at a scene of a crime is pretty risky. Why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? It's true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Enguarde. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill. That is all. To leave my business card behind naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. And that's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? Isn't your plan to continue? I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No. I'm fine. Really. Are you really now? What kind of man the judge thinks I am now? What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. It's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for a client, right? Ugh, I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is that I can't let this trial end yet. Okay, I already know which one it is. Adrian Andrews already knew... Okay, this is the... Oh, let me save. That's the lie. We know Adrian Andrews isn't the client. She wouldn't have known that he was dead to begin with. As for the evidence that suggests it... something related to her, right? So, like... This one... the photo... And perhaps... I'm thinking the one... Okay, whichever one that really just kind of ties in with her, right? So this one... maybe this one... Maybe this one... I'm gonna just go from left to right. Oh, never mind. I don't have to. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. Dick Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered. But how do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. Dick Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. Oh, right. Yes, I remember that. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now I have to buy us more time. Oh, snap. Well... while we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Oh boy. This request came to me about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I've made no mistakes. Huh. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Oops. 1 week ago, are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please, stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. Specific date and time? Uh-huh. Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all of the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. We're talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its content at the press conference, after all. That's correct. If I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now any of, this? Hold on. Let's chill for now. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was the brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, is the testimony just not of any importance? We'll say no. Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I him? That's what I thought. I can trust this person as a client. Is no one going to talk about... It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yeah, he just said him. Adrian Andrews is a lady, from what we know? If I heard what I think I heard just now, I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Huh? Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. From that moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client. Oh, you may be cooked, my friend. Him? Well, guess what? You're not him. In fact, she's a her. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that's correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy? How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that's correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up about her. So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh! He just blew up. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following, that he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Ew, what is he sweating shit for? Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? It even has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. That is true, there are male Adrians. Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. Bro lost to 50-50, that's crazy. What is going on? Bonk. Shelly the Killer, this court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I knew he was just going to spit out more lies. Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. That sounds weird. So you took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. So does that mean I can't press everything again? I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Alright, let's do this. Alright, if that's the case, then I guess we should press on the statements that we should definitely press. That sounds kind of strange. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now. Let's stop this game with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. the Killer met with his client? Oh, no. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof. I see. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Okay. Two or 3 other things? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. I don't give a crap, press him. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one... Wait. Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? You know what? We're gonna have to mess around and find out. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase. And then what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. Considering you never met your client, according to your words. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you're... One of these was to find the bear figurines and give it to Adrian Andrews. Alright, let me cook you real quick. Shelley the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item? I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. I was going to burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Oh, yeah, that's true. Order, order, order. That's where you two are going. So by the very fact that this suicide note is still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh. Order! 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 Ugh. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not... That's enough. That is your intention, and there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please, not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... Ah. What in the... Mr. Wright? Are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... Ugh. Prosecution, What has come over everyone? Even you are... Prosecution... rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Oh, snap. Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then, even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. the Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley the Killer's client is Adrian Andrews. Ugh. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt Ungard, will be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder. Miss Andrews will be charged with murder? Bonk. The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Ungard, to the stand. The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Oh man. Look at this fake dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Ha! So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Arngard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap. It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. Maya will die, but if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty? Or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. Actually, I already know future Ace Attorney games, she's still alive, therefore... It all hinges on what I choose. Bonk. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. The person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews. Then your client, Mr. Matt Arngard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want. Aren't you? Right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Arngard, is... I think if we choose not guilty, that's like the bad thing. I see, me personally, I hate his ass. I'm picking guilty. Watch this be wrong, and I like die for it. We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Arngard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. This is what she would have wanted anyways. Matt Arngard is... Oh. Hello. Franziska von Karma. Franziska. What are you doing here? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine and his injuries are minor. All the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. It's gumshoes. You can spot his tattered rags anywhere. Damn, insult his outfit. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. And it's like, nothing. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. First item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Might as well. Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me. Oh, is that the gun that shot her? That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. It's probably not going to help us very much. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from Engard Mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. I don't speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. Somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? What was that used during the crime? I'm almost certain, yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay, never mind, I read that one. There's even a pair of black leather gloves and one of the, ooh, there's no doubt about it, the killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. A button? Ah, interesting. It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Interesting. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shirley the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is, who is the client? Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. You have to make that miracle happen. You come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how much, or how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. 2? The first. Make Engard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Engard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but he's asking me to do the opposite. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Engard. If the killer were to no longer think of Engard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Yeah, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you can make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think these through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. Okay, wait, hold on. I feel like something big's about to happen. No objections. Now that I'll pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. Ah, here we go. This is where I save. One chance. Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking Enguarde down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show the evidence to? Well, probably... They mentioned the person that doesn't know... Oh, boy. I see. And now... Tell this court one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. Okay, hold on, let me think. Well, we need to... Yeah, because Maya's the one that doesn't really know what's happening. The evidence that I would like to show this person is my job as the attorney. AKA... I don't know. Okay, I'm going to... think... Am I reaching with this? Am I overthinking this one, or am I like... You know what? I saved, so... Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Miss Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, so... I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you were talking about anymore. Wait, please, what were Oh. State my verdict. This court finds the defendant met... Oh! We did it! No, okay. I'm like, who exactly... Oh. The case... I didn't even get to read that. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. Never saw Maya again. The Killer's a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. Miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. I'm joshing with y'all. That was the bad ending. Obviously, I'm not picking. Okay, look. So the point of this is we gotta expose. We have to do a guilty verdict, right? So to prove that Matt Engarde is guilty, let me skip. To prove that Matt Engarde is guilty, we need to show that the killer is that the killer is the involved, right? And he's like collaborating with Matt. That I think was depressing though. Okay, now the court evidence. All right, that one I'm actually. I know. Okay, because I know the killer is the person we need to show the evidence about, or like to talk about with the judge. For the evidence. Well, he did try coming back for this. Right? Or is it the radio? No, it's not the radio. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Aha! Yeah, if you... It was literally just like random picking. If you just pick literally any wrong evidence to get the bad ending. Obviously, I gotta show y'all that. For the good... I legit, like, I couldn't remember what the evidence was. Like, I was like between... It was the videotape or literally anything that like... related to me being blackmailed, because I think that's like what we are trying to show the judge, right? Because we're basically betraying him now at this point. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? God, can they stop doing that? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. Thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you were on this tape. Me? Oh yeah, because he blackmailed him, too. Or he, like, recorded him in advance. There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted that camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Yeah, like they, yeah, because I just, yeah, like way back, Matt literally told us he has a recording of him killing Juan Corrida, just in, like, to blackmail him just in case. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt Engarde film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime. They wanted to see Juan get his. What? That makes no sense. Wanted blackmail on you, didn't trust your skills. Blackmail. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. Yes. I'm no weakling, I don't believe anyone. Least of all, assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. He did say that. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural, that is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes. You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. What if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that, or I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. Uh-oh, Matt's rude. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item. Maya, thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. She's alive. I mean, she was technically alive in the bad ending, but... this trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm sort of... I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness, and... Wow! Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Maya, she's alive! Oh, look, he's getting nervous. Oh, what you sweating about there, buddy? Mr. Engarde, looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is it alright with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Be whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Not guilty. I'm just kidding. Screw that guy. Get the hell out of here. Matt on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life will be in danger. No matter which way you look at it, you can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Oh, look at him. Jeez. Scratched the hell out of himself. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Damn, Phoenix. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard? I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now. Very good. It was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. Oh my god, I feel like I hear that word every... She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness. I should put this. She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Oh yeah, he did say that. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, it's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. Despair. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I'd finally been saved. Oh, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. Yeah, that's true. I'm really happy that you two are in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, wholesome. Looks like we've resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh, thank God. It's done with. That was very stressful. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. Got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there's something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Uh-huh. Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt on guard, is guilty as sin. Get him out of here. Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Exposing frauds. Right. Left. I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pearl, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. She's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Ah, Mystic Maya is safe. You did it. You really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. Just imagine her punching the hell out of him. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh. What's wrong? Miss Von Karma. About earlier. Thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry, she may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. His man. Then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well as you should have. The prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. Truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch, but we'll always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth. Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Ah, is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. Aw. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. And I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool. Miss Von Karma? I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma, and neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Franziska threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return to this to the precinct later. There's something else. Ah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay. I didn't know you were into that, Edgeworth, but, I don't know. I don't even know if Phoenix is into that either. It's Maya! Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Aw. Wait, I'm gonna take a picture of that. That's wholesome. That's going up on the wall. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard, convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Of course I did. You know I would never desert you. Rickroll? But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Probably is, knowing this world. Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Heh. Alright. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick. Food, grub, chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? She wants something else. Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick. Food. Mood. Oh. Hey, look at him. Hey, pal, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would get hit by it. I would hit a telephone pole. This freaking... A telephone pole? It wasn't a red light that got him? It did it again, city boy. I feel like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bully Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now. Everyone gather around. You're all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Okay, who's paying for all this, though? Because it ain't gonna be me. Amen to that, pal. Amen. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Huh, me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Ah, well, you know, it's... Ho 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 ho. Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure it took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Oh, come on, y'all. It's over. Got some apples? Ooh. But hoo boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped. Never a dull moment with you, huh? This is true. She has been through so much crap. Haha, you think? I just look so happy about that. But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. Huh. You know, I don't know where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Ah. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Huh? What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Ugh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe you stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, you still haven't even eaten anything yet. That sentence cooked me up. And you've eaten way too much, you glut. I had fun tonight. Now if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. Huh. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. A ring. How would this whip? Oh, you into that? You into this? What's this? Wait, was that actually? Thank you. It's all thanks to you. Or you two. You and her. I was right. I only did it as a joke. I was like, oh, to thank you, I'm gonna whip you now, like, because Edgeworth gave him the whip. He's like, it belongs to you, for some reason. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Yo, whip him up, bro. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. I guess not in front of the kid. I completely forgot. Pearl is here. Maybe not. Not in front of the kids. That's not appropriate. Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya. Hmm? Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway. So who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Huh? Yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. What the hell? I would've beat your ass for that. You tell me there's the broke one? Uh-huh. Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Uh-huh. Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? It's like that 5K wallet. You don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal, time to let it all out. This is going to be the first time I hear the real you. Come on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then, if you say so. Oh, that's the end? Okay. That is so funny. Why the hell did... Okay, the food I can get. Why did Lotta build a tower with her camera? Oh my god. Escape death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? Like a pro. That's not... I mean... That's kind of wild to even say that you've escaped death 3 times. So that you could save Mystic Maya and Mr. Nick. I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case. How did you even do that? Oh my gosh, dude, this was so silly. Feel bad for Nick. Dude has to pay like over $3,000 something at the very least. Oh, he got reinstated. He said things like letting that one go is bad for all society. Oh man, that was fun though. Ugh. Honestly, I think the food plus the $3,000 camera was probably $5K in total. Hey, it's Maggie. Retiring? A waitress. I don't know if that's any better. It actually might be worse. Uh-huh. I mean, good for her, though. Alright. Man. There's another game down. Alright, that was fun, though. I liked it. I mean, like, I already have most context from the first three, especially the first two, like the previous one and this one. This guy being a creep. I'm just reading this in my head because I was just talking. She about to get paid less. Yeah, for reals. I'm pretty sure she gets paid less, but whatever makes her happy, I guess. I mean, if she likes doing waitressing stuff over a cop, good on her. Oh, this guy. It's like everyone... Flight to Zimbabwe. What the hell? What do you think Zimbabwe is like? Why Zimbabwe? Castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk. And Zimbabwe? Sure. I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Mo. Yo, the random Mo's like, what do you say fuck me for? The random shade thrown at Mo is kind of crazy. More contemporary with my humor. That's cool. I like showing what like everyone's doing in the aftermath. This guy's weird. I never liked him. What's this? Trash, just an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. Oh, I can't believe this, really. I only plan on making me donuts. Edgy poo. Yo, this is how Drows talks. Back in the old days. Holy yap. I don't know, this is a good game. I don't know. Do I like this more than the first one? Maybe like... I don't know, it's kind of tough. They're both like really good games. I've enjoyed both. Consult a brother or anything? Oh, that's nice. Look at her, she's all happy now. She was always so serious. Difficult for me in this country as LA. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you'd like to request my services, please be sure to visit my home. You have a home page? Why did bro got a home page? Man, this game is phenomenal. I think I might like the first one a little more, but this one's not bad. This was pretty enjoyable as well. Even robots gotta work. Oh, hello. Where are you going, Francisca? How did you know I was here? Oh, the tracker's on her with this. That's... Heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. Huh. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Damn. Balk will balk. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man. He told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure it took... Yeah, so does she have the fourth one? 4 things. It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? So we're just never gonna know what this fourth one is? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Franziska. Oh, the drawing, maybe. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. It could be the drawing. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me, even though he failed like 3 separate times. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that, but me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, yeah, totally. I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. Pride? I think you would know a thing or two about pride. Hope you'll think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. Edgeworth is like, I know what I'm... Let me stop. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You're going to use her during that trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Huh. Today you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Oh. I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. He's actually crying. That's a nice drawing. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Oh, maybe it is the drawing. That's cute. I thought it was gonna be like a whole like family portrait drawing that she did. No, it's literally just Nick. Wow. And that's it. All right, that was Justice for All. It was a sweet, yeah, it was a very sweet ending. A very fun game, very great. Yeah, I think I low-key might like this a teeny bit more, but still a solid game. All right, guess that is another game down. Yeah, appreciate you hanging around though. Hope you all had fun. The last one of this 3 is Trials and Tribulations, which I'll probably take a break for Ace Attorney for some time. But whenever I come back in the future, definitely this one. So look forward to that. Whenever that time will be. All right. Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it. I mean, I wasn't completely blind to this game. Like I mentioned this several times. Like I'm like pretty knowledgeable throughout most of like the trilogy. Not because I've played it, but like because I've like because I've watched like the anime like way back, so I have like some context. Not all of it, because it's been a long time, so I'm not really like I don't remember every single thing. But I remember some of it. I was able to like know some things, not other stuff. Like I remember like especially the end because it's like such a big moment. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for streaming. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna raid Trip now since he's streaming. Mega Man X8. I feel like wasn't he playing 6 not too long after? Guess he's doing like a Mega Man marathon or something. But yeah, glad you all enjoyed it. I hate X8. I haven't played most of the X games. I could not say. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you're gonna join Trips Raid or raiding Trips channel, then see you there. If not, enjoy the rest of the week. I will catch y'all later. And yeah, see you guys then. Bye. Goodbye. See you there.